Mr. Crazy Fangirl Shine. We hope you guys are having an amazing day. So we are here to watch the final episode of Season 2 of House of the Dragon, Episode 8. And I'm joined once more by the wonderful, fabulous Tommy.
Tommy, oh, you almost knew my name. That's so sweet. Hello.
Tommy. It's been such a joy to have you, Tommy. I just want to say it. So thank you for joining us.
Very happy to be here. I'm excited and apprehensive because I know what happened last time I got excited for a season finale.
Yes.
So,
let's
see how we go.
Yeah, I'm keeping the expectations as low as possible. Haven't seen anything, thank the gods. So yeah, instead of just waiting around.
But the internet didn't try.
Oh yeah, just briefly touching on it before we jump in. But like, yeah, it was apparently leaked last week, but I didn't see anything, and Tommy didn't as well. So that was, touchwood, really good. HBO jumped on that. I saw the official thing that they sent out saying like, oh, like, just be careful, but we're grabbing everything off the internet as quick as possible. So, good job. Anyway, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. As usual, just remember to like if you enjoy the video, subscribe, and yeah, let's jump into it.
Do you mind if we watch the intro today?
Yes, I was gonna say, let's watch it.
I'm gonna say, Shiny, I don't know what I'm gonna do on Mondays without you.
I know! End of the world now. Oh, where are we?
Even if I wanted to.
Again, you plead poverty. It is hollow stuff from the mouth of a Lannister, whose very stables and sculleries are carved into a mountain of gold.
The stepstones. What of them? Give us the stepstones.
Oh, you can topple the Prince Regent and sit the Iron Throne yourself.
I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, because everyone there has such a great time.
Of course, there is one more condition.
Oh, fuck.
Of course.
What sort of man are you?
Beg your pardon?
A poet. I will not sail with a man who cannot best me.
At what?
Oh, Vega.
Oh, Granny. What did I miss?
Bro, this happens every time.
You're a good man, oh wow.
Aww.
Aww.
Uh-oh, put that foot away.
Yeah, I know. Hide the feet.
We must leave King's Landing quickly, and we will not return for some time.
Who made you the
The
boss?
Pretender
I
has
know.
found 3 new riders for her dragons. He flew to challenge her and was rebuffed. Fled in terror, from what I hear.
He deserves no less.
You were in danger before, and now he is thwarted and he is angry. There is no telling what he will do, but we have an opportunity while he is away.
An opportunity to push him out.
When Rhaenyra descends on you with her 7 dragons and you without Vhagar, what then?
Oh,
Ooh,
he's got a point,
he's
actually.
got a point. Yeah.
Laris is not stupid,
He's not,
to
honestly.
his credit.
Aegon the Rebuilder.
They're on the mad lad.
Aegon the realm's delight.
No! That's already taken. Rhaenyra is the realm's delight, douche.
Is she?
Yeah, that's her princess name. I can't remember if that's
Oh.
also her queen name, but she's known in the books as the realm's delight.
Oh, look at her hanging out with the nettles. Very reminiscent of Book Daenerys.
That journey to find a dragon.
Hello, handsome sulking boy.
Oh, the beauty of the season.
Remove your feet from the table.
I'd rather not.
Ulf. He is the prince of
Excuse
Princess
you.
Valari.
Oh, no.
Look at that hair.
Oh, get him, Jace.
Dark as they say.
Let them
As
tell
dark
us
as
we
who
don't
said?
have Targaryen blood, eh?
My
Oh.
mother is the
Oh.
Queen Dragon Riders. Will you prepare to face such an enemy? Or will you stay here and make yourself easy?
I meant no disrespect, my prince.
I think you did.
Get him, Jace.
You can be uncouth, but you were just a dickhead.
Adam of Hull, at least, is known to you.
He is a hot piece of ass, yes.
And my son.
He is a man of integrity.
Vhagar has ever been our foremost threat, and she is now overmatched.
Vhagar is not his only dragon.
The third brother is untested. Has never left Old Town, and his dragon is younger than Vermax.
But a dragon nonetheless. And you forget another.
Yeah.
Helena,
Yeah.
Dreamfire. Hatched when the Conqueror was king.
Oof.
She is formidable.
Big.
So
Still, Helena
she's
is no
also
warrior.
an old lady. Old granny.
How goes the sea snake?
My ship is no longer the Sea Snake. She was a testament to my own glory. The queen who never was.
Sea bitch.
Oh,
no! Oh my god! Poor Corlys,
do
who's
now?
lost everything.
Can do for her.
Oh,
Oh, you stop it!
romance isn't dead.
You are ready. You must crush this beast. At its head. And before too many days have flown.
But there are battles to be fought. And in times like this,
Oh,
while you have mustered an army, Rhaenyra has fallen, turning aside from our judgment and taking a course I myself deem reckless.
Rhaenyra will chart her own course.
But you are a leader of men. Your lords will follow you.
Oh,
excuse me,
you're a pack of dogs, honestly.
Bruh. Alfred. We thought you were better than that.
In this moment is a king.
Oh, shut up.
What a dickhead.
What a dick. Rhaenyra sent you on a mission, trusting you, and then you're like, oh my god, I don't believe in her. You fucking douchebag.
Rhaenyra just needs to stop with the men, honestly.
know.
They're all terrible.
Can you
Just
hire
generally all
Rhaenyra?
terrible.
Hire me. I will be great. Trust me.
Oh, she came home.
Yay. Mummy's home.
I was happier before I was queen.
Oh.
Imagine
What do
she
you think
was
about
too.
leaving this place?
The Prince Regent, Your Grace.
Helena, here you are. Mother.
Oh, look at that attitude.
I know.
Ending for a bending.
I need you to fly with Dreamfire to battle.
Aemond.
I do not wish to fight.
It isn't a question.
They have defiled our birthright, made commoners into dragon lords. It is a sin and must be punished.
May I remind you, your sister is still the queen.
As you were once. And you see now what is the consequence of your weakness. We are in peril today more than yesterday.
Is it peril that moved you to burn the town of Sharppoint? Peril or basest fury at your own humiliation? And now you seek to corrupt your sister. Of all our line, the gentlest and most deserving of your protection.
Who will protect her if she cannot protect herself?
And who will she be if her mind is broken?
It is no longer our rule that is threatened. Our very lives, would you not have us prevail?
Not like this. Not like this.
Oh. Damn.
I must again request your assistance. I need passage.
So you've been getting pregnant again?
Oh.
Never mind, the show sucks.
She saved my life. Twice. Once from the headsman's axe and once from myself. Since then, she has been the beacon I follow.
Yeah.
Well, she did do that.
Yeah, because because your first choice, Rhaenyra, shut you down real quick. That's why.
Desire for women has brought me grief after grief.
Then resisted.
Confusing, man.
Oh!
Ew, it's yucky!
Ooh.
I love the flamboyant appearance of all the people here.
Mm. It's nice to have like so much color.
Oh, gross! Get out of there!
The disease!
Have you ever eaten the flesh of your enemies?
Huh? Hmm.
A jest, my lord. What do you take me for?
Oh, those pouty lips.
Pretty boy!
It does not befit a prince to pout.
Yes, Baylor. Put your husband
What
in
would
his
you call
place.
it then?
Arians. If any common lout can ride a dragon, then...
That does not make me common. Or you.
You know what I am.
I don't care. You are the crown prince.
I've heard the whispers the whole of my life.
Then prove to them that you are worthy. Get up and take your place by your mother's side.
Yeah.
Listen to your wife, man. Come on. She's always right.
Bloody hell, the women. If there was just the women in the show, this would have been like 4 episodes long and everything would have been fine.
Literally. Oh, Rhaenyra.
Did they just like give us a glimpse of her so we didn't forget about her?
I think so.
Because I did. I did forget about her, so I'm glad they did.
To the gullet on the morrow!
Yep.
You have proven your worth. And I wish to have children by you.
Oh my god! See, this is the type of flirting that I would appreciate.
Literally, just be straightforward. This is how you do it.
Tell me, you want to have my children.
I want you to fuck my wives.
Oh my god!
Oh, she has wives.
This is spicy.
How many
Hell
wives
yeah.
do you have?
Taming a dragon's thirsty work.
Probably he's being gratuitous at this point. He's not actually such a twat.
And some more of these little birds.
A toast. The three of you are not of noble birth, but you have done a thing never dreamed of before. Serve me well, and I will make you knights of the realm. I had thought the mere fact of you might stay the enemy's hand. We must strike while we have the advantage. And end this war. Learn your beasts and your commands. You will fly in 2 days' time, alone without allies. You will have no choice but to surrender.
You wish for us to kill innocents.
And so many.
It is hard. But it cannot be helped.
Prince Regent cannot defend against all of us.
I'll take him on myself. Silver Wings a go as she is. We're afraid of nothing. Even if you are.
There will be time enough to see which one of us is a coward.
I said more of these little birds.
Right off.
A
I
knight
hate this
will
man.
comport himself with grace at the Queen's table.
You forget yourself.
She's the queen.
Oh no, that
Fella.
is the queen. That's not
Sense
your
of humour
friend.
do you all good.
The Castellans are Simon Strong.
You know, the
Daemon
real
has
main
raised
character
his
there.
army, but Sir Simon fears treachery.
Bad for Jace because of what the writers have done. They just turned him into a moody teenager.
I know. He was so good at the beginning of the season. I get why he's upset, but it's also like, you know, we got it last episode. We don't need it again. Oh. Is this going to be the last hallucination, Tommy?
Oh, finally.
Is it? I don't know if it is.
Ew.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, the three-eyed raven.
Never met her.
Ooh. Mummy.
If they're putting this much stock in what happens in a Game of Thrones, they're gonna have to rewrite the ending. I'm sorry.
I know. You gotta admit, Tommy, that was really pretty, though.
It was so pretty. The cinematography in this whole series is just beautiful.
Oh, Rhaenyra. Love it.
Helena.
Oh.
And you're but one part in it. You know your part.
Oh, that's...
Sister,
Oh.
you share the same blood. Come with me. To Harrenhal.
You seriously
We
think
will
he's
lay
gonna
waste
do
to
that?
Daemon and his army.
Will you burn me as you did Aegon?
Oh. Get him!
Lie.
I saw he sits on a wooden throne. And you'll be dead. You were swallowed up in the god's eye, and you were never seen again.
Oh.
I could have you killed.
Damn!
It wouldn't change anything.
Oh.
Oh.
Craxus is like, wife! Finally! Oh, there he is.
What you all got to say for yourselves?
Mummy's come calling.
What took her so long, Chimey?
Fucking
Oh
hell,
my
this
god!
should have happened like 2 episodes ago. She shouldn't have said Alfred. She should have got off her ass and done it herself.
I wasn't expecting you.
That seems rather a lapse in foresight. And to whom are you sworn?
Oh.
Ruson tapti lyric sostawa. Filipasma kesu pranon merisa. Sola armazis. The realm's only hope is a leader who can unite it, and my brother chose you.
Is this loyalty I smell?
Longest character development sesh ever. But
oh,
good
did
job.
you see that? He tried to touch her hand.
Well,
Oh.
that was easy. Rhaenyra, like,
Damn, this could have happened 2 episodes ago! Simon!
Ine arli cridruchas? Separ morjulias.
Nukikos don Dawur.
aw.
Kiss and make up. Oh?
My queen.
Oh!
Bend the knee.
Get. Ah! Still so close to a kiss! God damn it!
100 of them! There will be no mercy! We fight for our queen!
Nice. Jeez. All of a sudden, the odds have swung dramatically in Rhaenyra's favor.
100%. What a scene! Finally, some action! Let's go!
You want to help me? Is this the help you offer after all these years? A reminder to be grateful. I mean no offense. Do you know what it was like for us to grow up fatherless?
Oh.
We sneered upon us bastards. And I watched the man beside me walk past with his son and heir, with fur around his shoulders, choosing sweetmeats to eat after supper by the fire. And now that boy is dead, and his sister before him. And the other took his place. And now you remember I lived. Now you wish to suddenly to scatter the crumbs of your favor. I am an honorable man, and I will serve you because I must. I will decline any offers of help.
I don't blame him. The fact that Rhaenys even said you should have raised him higher than what he was, also huge. Whoa!
Yeah, it's not his fault his mum was a hot piece of ass.
I know. Damn, look at that shot, Tommy. Look how tiny she looks.
Pretty sexy.
I had to see you.
Oh! Oh, she did an Uno card.
Motherfucking shit.
Uno card reversal, my god.
Who knows? Why have you come here?
Because I lost my way. Or rather, it was taken from me. All those I put my faith on.
The incorruptible queen sullies herself with a lover.
Do not judge me for what you yourself have done. But as for me, I would take my daughter and her child and leave it all behind.
It's too late. You said it yourself. Blood has been shed. Cities burned, armies march, and you wish to wash your hands of what you yourself set in motion.
Oh, the arrogance of blaming me. As if you would not have been challenged regardless.
Did not your hand bring it forth like a midwife?
I did only what I thought your father wanted.
What of Aegon?
Who? Oh.
Tommy!
He lies in the dark, in pain and terror. He still heeds his mother. I believe I can prevail upon him to bend the knee if
No,
needed.
still. You defend him. I must take Aegon's head. And I have to do it for all to see. You know this. However you may try to evade it, you know this.
She's not wrong, though.
No, she's not.
Will you shrink from what you set out to do? Or will you see it through?
Oof.
Oh, that
Make
is an
the sacrifice.
impossible choice.
Yeah.
Oh, Alicent.
A son for a son.
Oh!
Oh.
Come with me.
Huh?
Sell oranges. It was a good scene. I'm just not sure if it makes any sense.
I know, it's a bit all over the place. Dude.
Oh, he's so handsome.
I know! Pretty boy. Ugh.
You know that meme of the dragon with like the 3 dragon heads and 2 are
Yeah, and then there's
fierce
the
and
one.
is-
Yeah.
That's you know what I'm talking. You know where I'm going with this, right?
Yes, that's Ulf.
Oh!
Oh, is that the son, Daron?
The other baby.
Ooh! Kragan! Oh.
How many children have you sired in all that chick's wives? Whoa, the wings!
Damn! Almost look like demonic. Who's that? Oh!
Who is that?
What's his face?
Oh, Otto Hightower!
What happened to him?
The fuck?
Oh, they're gone.
Feels like we could have been doing this sort of thing for the season and not just waiting for stuff to happen.
Literally. Oh, what a shot!
I like that.
Oh!
Oh my god!
What the hell?
Oh.
I
was expecting some sort of set piece, I guess. That was ending on a bit of a whimper.
Yeah. It built up and then nothing. Okay.
Alright, where would you like to start?
I mean, let's go off of that conversation with Alicent and Rhaenyra because that was like fresh in our minds. It's just happened. I was gonna say, I don't know, because like I think the relationship between Alicent and Rhaenyra has changed a lot from what it was in the books because they obviously changed the age as well. Because Alicent was actually a lot older, I think, from memory. She's a little bit older than her in the books, and
okay.
Because I think she's 21, and then Rhaenyra's like younger, like in her teens. I can't remember. But anyway, sorry, going to the conversation. I thought there was some really good parts in terms of like highlighting how some of it where like Alicent was a little bit hypocritical, but also the conversation just I don't know, it just felt very out of place in a way because I don't know, because that's what I'm feeling like. Because there's a lot of people online who love the friendship that was there once between Alicent and Rhaenyra. They're really trying to show that it's still there, that there's a lot of love between the two ladies. And don't get me wrong, there's probably a lot of love, but I don't know, especially with her asking to come with her, I think it almost feels like it's very much sort of like a lover's interpretation in a way, which I feel is just really, I don't know. Like, I've never seen because a lot of people online do ship them, which I find sort of strange. Well, in a way.
Fair enough.
Just because of the books versus the show. Like, obviously the show is a little bit different than the book. But, like, yeah, I don't know. It just felt a little bit all over the place. What did you think about that conversation?
Weird. I guess it's a nice callback to when they also, I don't even want to say broke canon, but they also shoehorned in that fantastic conversation between Rhaenyra and Alicent in the first season. Episode 3?
Yes.
That was great.
That was
and
a good. That was a really good
fantastic conversation, but like that's out of context. In context, what the hell was that? So she's going there to, she's like, well, things didn't really work out for me the way I thought, so I just want to escape with my baby, the nice one. Fuck the others, I guess, and go and live in peace. Which I guess that's not much to ask. Just go off and enjoy your life. But, like, I don't know. I'm expecting Alicent will probably try something and then just get tried and killed.
Yeah.
As a traitor.
It just feels very, not cheap, but it feels like, when Rhaenyra asked, she was asking for peace and, like, hoping for a conversation in that 3rd episode. Alicent was like, are you mad? And stuff like that. But then when she comes to Rhaenyra, and then she immediately said to Rhaenyra, like, oh, it's so hypocritical of you to, like, turn it back on me and point the blame at me. And it's like, but you can't look away from the actions that you took. You clearly took action to make sure that, even though it was obviously misinterpreted to her, the Song of Ice and Fire, when Viserys died, she thought she wanted Aegon on the throne, so she did everything that she could to put him on the throne. And where did that lead? To nowhere. But still, sort of. That's why I'm like, it's a bit weird for you to be hypocritical and then be like, actually.
She's in over her head.
Yeah.
Her reasons for wanting Aegon on the throne are valid because, like,
they are.
He's never going. There's going to be that bristling. Well, he's the actual heir thing, regardless. And he's, whether we like it or not, he's always going to be under threat because of Rhaenyra as the heir. But it's so weird that the woman is the heir, so there's always going to be that. And then I guess that just kind of played into what she heard Viserys say.
Yeah. Which is true, yeah.
It was what she wanted to believe. So she did it, and now she's saying, oh shit, sorry about that, mate.
Yeah.
Just weird.
Yeah, so it just feels, I don't know, like, it feels like I feel like they wanted to, sort of like you say, shoehorn this conversation in, because it's sort of like a parallel to what happened in episode 3.
Yeah.
Which is fine, like, I get that you want your parallel, you want that conversation to sort of see what happens with what's happened throughout the season, but I don't know, it just didn't feel like very impactful. I was just like, okay, Alicent's just come to bargain, basically, and just hoping that Rhaenyra will say yes. So I don't know, I personally felt like there was some good points, but it just wasn't, like, hugely impactful, especially because this is the last convo of season 2. It's like, yeah, it's okay.
I don't know. Alicent's kind of done all of the stuff that she was supposed to do, I guess. She's played her role in the story. I don't know what else she really has to do.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking too, especially last episode when we had that love. Honestly, I really, going back and I rewatched the episode, I actually really like the scene of her going and having her own pilgrimage and stuff, because...
Oh, that was nice.
It was really nice. A lot of people were like, oh my god, this is such a filler thing. It's like, no, but this is actually very fulfilling to her story, because you said this last week, Tommy, like, you were like, she's always been at the orders of other men, she's always done by what they said, la la la, but like doing this, she was able to just go off on her own and
actually just went and did her own thing.
Yeah, be at peace in a way. So I felt it so nice, and even someone was saying like, or like the interpretation of how she was swimming was almost like she was flapping her wings like a bird trying to be free, and I was like, oh, that actually is really sweet.
Oh,
so I was like, that actually is
it's a
really
little
sweet.
too symbolic for me, but I really like that.
Yeah.
I would never have picked up on it.
I don't know, that's I was like, oh shit, that's very, very symbolic, but yeah, that's very sweet. Yeah, I'm wondering sort of what they're going to do with Alicent next season. It'll be interesting, because they've played her up so much in the show. Nothing wrong with that, but then it's like, what are you going to do with her in the next season? It'll be interesting.
Yeah, curious to see where we go with Alicent, but I'm not sure what else we can do with her.
Yeah, I just hope they don't rinse and repeat what they've done previously with her, because I've seen, like, in other shows they do that with some characters just to keep them alive and keep them important. I'm like, because it's the world of Game of Thrones, if it's time for them to go, it's time for them to go, sort of thing. It's like, so, I don't know, I just hope that, I guess they play by the realm's rules in a way. What would you like to go to next?
Well, it's a little one, but did I miss something? Because I did not know Otto Hightower was imprisoned.
That's what I was gonna say! Like, this explains why he hasn't been there, and apparently they just forgot to tell us in the season
Yeah.
that he's been captured. Like,
ominous. I barely recognized him because I just keep forgetting he's part of it.
that's why I was like, who the hell is that? And then it like zoomed in, and then he lifted his head. I was like, oh shit, okay. Like, what happened? I feel, I mean, in that moment, I was like, oh yeah, maybe this might be Larys's doing, but I don't know. It might be somebody else, but I thought it might be him. Maybe he got someone, hired them to capture.
It'd be nice if we were filled in on that and not just, you know. I guess that was the big reveal at the end of the episode.
Yeah, which is, I mean, cool, nice. We get to find out what happens next season, which will probably be in another year and a half. Yay! But what's it? I mean, yeah, it would have been nice to, I don't know, maybe get a scene where he was off going to Old Town and then poof, something happens. Maybe we just see something in the distance or something. That would have been great. But no! We didn't get that. So yeah. Oh well. That's another criticism.
We didn't get a lot of things in this finale. You call this a finale? This is like a filler episode that happened to be at the end of the season.
Definitely. I mean...
Just kind of not really happy with it.
Well, the whole thing with Daemon and the hallucinations of the Song of Ice and Fire, and then we can sort of lead into the whole convo with Aemond and Helena. But like, I love the imagery that they're going for and showing the prince that was promised, who is not the prince, it's a princess, it's Dany.
Is it?
I mean, isn't it?
Because they dropped that like once in season 7 and they never talked about it in season 8, and it was Arya who actually did it.
Yes. Ugh. Fucking hell.
So we can stop pretending. We can just stop thinking about it.
No, 100%. I think because I also think what they were trying to do is, in terms of not trying to make Game of Thrones more exciting, in terms of the fact that we know it ends abysmally, but I think it was more of showing that Rhaenyra is, how do I explain it?
You can do that. You can do this.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to put it into words. I have it in my brain, but not in my mouth. Basically trying to show Daemon that she is a massive component to the Song of Ice and Fire coming true. And showing, you know, like Dany, and then showing the three-eyed raven, and a book-accurate three-eyed raven as well. Which is sad because, again, I know it leads to nothing. And even, like, people said this last week when the Song of Ice and Fire kept coming up. I think it was last week or the episode before that. People were like, well, I don't give a shit because we know what happens with the Song of Ice and Fire. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't really...
A long night, 80 minutes of nothing I can see, and then that's it. That's what we build up for.
Literally. But I think they were just trying to show not Dany, fucking hell, Daemon, that she's a large part of it, and that's how he realizes that she is supposed to be queen, and he's just only a small component of the larger picture.
Yes, it was nice that we finally got to the point.
I know,
Like,
it took so long.
I could have done like a brand style series of visions that knocked this out in one go.
Well, honestly, they could have. Like, I get what they were trying to do, which was build and build and build, but it does, again, with this being the season finale, it didn't build to anything, especially because the ending was beautiful, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing. Like, it's like, oh yeah, you gotta wait till season 3 for the big events that are gonna happen, now that we've gotten all this side shit done. It feels like, that's not very fulfilling as a season.
Yeah, I'm not excited for another season, because what have I got to be excited about? You know what we did at the end of season 1? We got ready to go to war. We got ready. All the pieces are in ready. We're good to go. We are good to go. End of season 2. We're still doing that.
Literally. That's why I feel like
we did that one really nice battle halfway through the season.
Yes.
But God.
No, I agree. Like, I didn't say this like every episode that we had, but it feels like we haven't moved anywhere through this season, which is so disappointing. And again, probably should leave this till the season review, but still, like, this is what it's felt like, and it feels so unfulfilling to me as a finale. Like, again, cinematography and all that shit, that can only bring you so far. Story and writing is what comes to make it, like, good. Like, that makes it a good season. So, yeah, it was just, like, all over the place this season, I feel.
Kristen Cole having his moment of sympathy.
Sort of, yeah. I was gonna say, again, sort of like what you said when we were watching it. He's so fucking confusing because one minute he's holding Alicent's handkerchief and smelling it, and then he's like, I've been paid by so many women, and I'm like, okay, cool.
The lady doth protest too much.
I understand where he's coming from. It's like, okay, cool, man. You've been sort of like put to the sidelines a bit by the women in your life. I mean, sad, but also, yeah. I mean, but I would agree though. He was right in terms of the war. Like, I love how he was talking about like the dance of the dragons has begun, but the human factor is like, like there's just gonna be endless suffering for one person to come out as the victor, which is a cool conversation, but yeah, that's all I really got from Kristen.
Yeah, and Gwaine, I don't really care for Gwaine either.
I don't really give a shit about him, honestly. It was cool that he stood up.
He's there.
I really liked, touching upon just Alicent and Helena, how protective, again, for the third time this season, we've seen how protective Alicent is of Helena, with especially in terms of what happened with Aemond. I love how not only later Helena put him in his place, but also Alicent.
Yes, that was so good.
Alicent was like, enough. Like, you can't like corrupt her just like you did with Aegon, and like, you know, even all these other people who are following you. You can't do that to her. Oh my god, I love that scene. And just again, I hate that they paint women as just petite and all that shit in the world of Game of Thrones, but I love that there's these massive, beautiful, like, strong moments for them to, like, speak out and, you know, just be incredible as they are. So, I love that moment, and I love that moment.
He's stealing the scene.
And I love, Helena as well. I absolutely love Helena so much. She's such a vibe. but also just her, like, I don't want to spoil it because you haven't read the book and I know what happens, but like, yeah, I just love the scene with her and Aemon. That's all I'll say.
Good. Certainly nothing for me to read into there.
I don't want to ruin it for you.
I believe it.
I
won't Google it.
Don't Google it.
I won't.
Don't do it. Keep it for. I know you're not excited for the next season, but only if the show gets cancelled. Then I give you permission to do it.
So Aegon and Laris doing their thing with, you know, I have no idea where that's going, and I'm not really that interested in finding out.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to happen now. I honestly thought that was going to happen later, so that's why I was very shocked. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is happening now? But oh well. Oh yeah, I did, even though it was very random, and it probably should have happened earlier, the whole stuff with Essos and Loha, I think that's her name. I loved her.
She was fantastic.
She was so good. I wish that we had more time with her during the season, because I feel like that would have been so good. I really loved her scenes. They were a breath of fresh air. It was really nice to have something like, I don't know, vibrant, and someone who's a little bit, I don't know, charismatic. She was really fun. So I enjoyed her in the show.
Yes.
So it was very nice. And then, oh yeah, I wrote a quick note. That Sir Alfred guy that Rhaenyra sent to Harrenhal, I hate him.
Ugh, Rhodey.
I wish that...
I like they made all the way there to say, you know what, fuck Rhaenyra, I think you've got this. Just for Daemon to have finally gone through his prestige ceremony and say, actually, no, she's pretty cool.
No, yeah. And also, can we just shout out to a loyal bitch called Sir Simon? And
that man deserves everything.
We love him. A round of applause for him. The fabulous man in his fabulous clothing, celestial clothing in that last episode. All the money that was supposed to go to Harrenhal went into his clothes.
Oh god, if we talk about season 2, he was like MVP.
Literally. He's the only thing that made it exciting. Yeah, I guess let's talk about, I think that's it for this episode, really. That's all that really, like, hit me, really.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, well, I will shout out one more.
Okay.
I'll say one more person who really stood out. I love him as well outside of the show because I've been watching Critical Role and he's been on that too. The guy who plays Alan, I love that we got like that scene with him and Corlys and just him popping off. I love him popping off and being like, bro, what are you talking about? You were never there for me, and now suddenly, because your children are gone, I am now of importance.
You got no one else.
Literally, I was like, oh! Pop off my son. It was great. I love that scene. But yeah, let's talk about the season as a whole. Let's get your thoughts first, Tommy. What did you think?
I thought largely it did a good job. There was a lot of stuff to enjoy. I think most of the episodes are pretty stellar, but it really suffered because I feel like some pieces on the board got to where they needed to be in like 3 episodes, and we just had to find an excuse to keep them there and keep them relevant.
Yeah.
Or in Rhaenyra's case, she didn't need to be moved until right at the end, but, you know, we can't just have 6 episodes without Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
So it took her a long time to do anything either. That made the pacing feel so awkward and inconsistent.
Yeah.
Some days were, like, popping off. The Battle of Rook's Rest was definitely the best episode of the season.
Oh, 100%.
And that wasn't even just because of the really good action scene. But I think that was also a criticism I have, is that it's not like I need action every episode to stay interested, but something needs to happen.
Yeah. No.
Season 1, slow-cooked tension all the time, and this season just... like, oh god, there's a goat in Daemon's room, and I don't know what it means.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to send you something if I can find it again on Twitter. That was funny. Someone made an artwork of the goat. And they were like the corridor goat, and it was so funny. I need to find it. Oh, it's gonna take me ages, but
please do.
I'll try and find it and I'll send it to you. But yeah, sorry. Talking about season 2, I also have to agree. I felt, like I said before, it felt very stagnant throughout the whole thing, and it felt like we just didn't move a lot. And I think I've said this again throughout the whole season and nearly every episode now that oh my god, I just remembered something as well, but we'll talk about it in a second. It felt like, yeah, like we suffered without 2 extra episodes, and it just felt like I don't know, it's just something about the writing felt sloppy throughout some of it. Like we've said, like the blood and cheese stuff, also the, what's it called? Rhaenyra going into King's Landing and then coming out of it completely fine, and us not really seeing any sort of, not
and then
consequence,
Alicent doing the same thing.
Alicent doing the same thing, and us not seeing anything happen with that was like, okay, well, what the fuck, man? They're just magicians at this point. And then, yeah, it just, I don't know, like, for me personally, I just felt like it was all over the place. Again, like, the whole thing with Daemon could have been done, the Vision thing, we've seen it done in Game of Thrones. Those Vision episodes happen one episode, and then it's done. All over and done with. It could have been done with. Or at least it could have been 2 episodes, if they really wanted to push it that far. So yeah, it just felt very, I think they were just making up, like, time for 8 episodes, just pushing and pushing and pushing throughout the episodes, with all this, like, slow burn that I feel, again, just didn't hit anywhere, because at the end of the episode, we're left with, obviously, this beautiful scene. Don't get me wrong, again, cinematography was absolutely fantastic this season. It just felt like it suffered a lot because we didn't have those 2 episodes, because I feel like if this wasn't the season finale, we could have gotten one more episode that was, like, actually, like, hardcore, just action. We could have had, like, a really good finale and left us with a couple of questions. Maybe all the dialogue has been not finished, but done. Like, I'm also a person who can go without, like, incredible fight scenes and stuff. I love hard, like, really well done dialogue. And I think that's what really drove the first season, like you said as well. But I think, yeah, this season, they were trying to, create a lot of tension, but I think it just flopped because, again, the pacing and, you know, they were trying to slow burn it, but it was way too slow. So I think that's definitely a big criticism for next season. Please just do 10 episodes. I think that'll really, really benefit from it. I was also going to say, Tommy, we've completely forgot, even though they put her in the episode so many times, Rhaenyra and Sheep Stealer.
I was about to mention, can you imagine we forgot her because she did nothing?
Literally, I think she was the one character through the entire season that I think suffered the most, because, again, like, her whole storyline, I knew that she was sort of going to be put on the sidelines a little bit, because, again, in the books it said, like, oh, she lives, like, a really lavish life, at wherever she went, I can't remember where she went, and she's really taken care of and all that stuff, and, you know, but then the whole thing with it transitioning to her with the Nettles storyline, I don't know how it's going to go, because, again, this is going to be very interesting with what happens, and what they do. And I think this is why, with her storyline, I think they were trying to deviate from it a lot. Because I feel they just weren't sure how to handle it for this season. So they were just like, okay, we'll just sprinkle it throughout the last few episodes, and then that's it. We'll deal with it in season 3. Same with the Daemon storyline, because we've heard his name like 5 times in all the episodes now. And
oh yeah,
we saw that
I saw him
glimpse
flying, and I thought I'd have a scene establishing who he is, but no, it just saw a new dragon. Okay.
Literally, it was like, I would have loved, like, a zoom in of him and be like, this is Daemon, we're gonna see him next season, because they kept mentioning for ages that he's gonna be in this season, I was like, oh, okay, cool. At least maybe we'll get a few scenes. But no, we don't, of course. So that's another thing
season.
So probably in the next 2 years then. We'll see him in the next 2 years. Which is my problem with it, because the fact that it takes at least maybe 2 years, year and a half, whatever it is, to produce this, when Game of Thrones would take at least a year and a bit as well, or less, and produce, this is earlier seasons. High quality shit is why I'm
like
annoyed.
the disclaimer.
Yes. And, like, just, it makes me upset, because this is, like, it's such a good show, and it's such a good story, but it's like, bro, come on! Like, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, there's so much potential to be more, but yeah. I feel like it was very, like, I don't know. It wasn't an incredible season, but I think I would probably, if I were doing it like out of 10, for me, it would probably be like a 6 out of 10 for the whole season. And the Rook's Rest episode would also be my favorite, just because of the dialogue, ladies, and just also, yeah. I miss my queen. I miss Granny Targ.
Whose quality has dipped dramatically without Granny Targ.
Literally. We miss her, the queen.
She was carrying. She was the only one who who didn't stop being awesome.
I miss her so much.
That's the show. I guess 2 years I'll come back to it.
Yeah, I know. 2 years later. Tommy, do you want to react to it with me in season 3?
I'll say who.
Watch her. It's been so long. Oh god. Yeah. And I know that we're like nearing finishing our convo, but just like I love that they're like, look, the prince's promised prophecy, and then it's like, bro, you guys are trying to hype something up that was done shit in Game of Thrones. It's not working. It's like, I don't know, I find it funny that they're trying.
Oh well, all in all, Shimey, I feel like we just watched like a 70-minute trailer for season 3.
That's what I thought too!
We'll get there.
I was gonna say, the one thing that really helped get through the season was Jace's beauty.
Yeah, oh my god, pouty lips.
We love him. He's a spoiled brat in this episode, but still, he's cute. We love him. Okay, well, do you have anything else you want to say, Tommy?
No, I guess I'll let my disappointment simmer, and we'll come back eventually.
Well, yeah, thank you guys so much, and thank you, Tommy, for joining me for these episodes. Really appreciate you, as
It was a pleasure to
always.
be there with you. Even if the show wasn't stellar, it was good to do that with you.
Oh, well, I love you, Tommy. We always love to have you here on the channel.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, everybody who's tuned in and liked our reactions. Really appreciate it. Again, this is like my first series coming back to the channel, so thank you guys so much for the warm reception. And thank you to the support on Tumblr as well for all your lovely comments. We really appreciate it. If you want to subscribe to see more reactions, please do. If you have any recommendations, please let me know. I'll be happy to have a look and see if I could react to anything else. As usual, remember to subscribe, like, all that jazz. And yeah, for now, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Not next episode, next video that I do, because there's no episodes for the next 2 years. Never mind. See you in the next video. Crazy Mango out.